Let's be honest, you've heard it 1,000 times. Superman is boring. He's just too powerful. A walking cheat code with no real stakes in any fight. But what if that god-tier power isn't a flaw in his character? What if it's an absolute necessity? The DC universe is crawling with beings who aren't just strong, they're literal gods, cosmic forces that can unmake reality with a passing thought. And when those forces come knocking on humanity's door, our first and last line of defense is the Man of Steel. So forget about street-level thugs for a minute. We're talking about deities, cosmic tyrants, and divine engines of destruction that all made the same critical mistake. They picked a fight with Superman. Today, we're counting down 7 of the most insanely powerful gods and godlike beings that Kal-El has put in their place. Section 7, Apollo. Kicking off our list at number 7 is a straight-up, no asterisk, literal god from Mount Olympus, Apollo. In DC's New 52 era, the Greek pantheon is very much real, and they aren't always in a good mood. During the Superman Wonder Woman series, the god of the sun himself decides to throw his divine weight around, confronting Superman and Wonder Woman with pure arrogance, seeing the Kryptonian as just some mortal playing dress-up. This is where Apollo makes a huge mistake. He unleashes a torrent of pure solar energy, aiming to incinerate Superman on the spot. But he seems to have forgotten one tiny detail. He's the sun god, and Superman is a living solar battery. In one of the most satisfying beatdowns you'll ever see, Superman doesn't just absorb the blast, he becomes supercharged by it, his body glowing with raw power. He calmly informs the shocked god that while he usually has to hold back against a deity like him, the gloves are off. He then proceeds to effortlessly overpower Apollo and launches him into the cold vacuum of space, proving that even a god can get humbled. Section 6, Radiant. How do you even fight a being made of pure energy? Especially a living weapon created by gods for the sole purpose of killing other gods. That's the Radiant. And taking it down is one of Superman's most underrated victories. The Radiant was one of 2 god killers engineered by a council of cosmic deities. When the monster Doomsday first showed up, the Radiant was sent to kill him, and it actually succeeded, vaporizing the beast with a single blast. But the creature that would become Doomsday adapted. Years later, during the reign of the Superman storyline, the Radiant returned to reclaim Doomsday's body from Superman. This time, Superman had to face the divine executioner all by himself. He couldn't just punch a being made of energy. He had to use his brain. By tricking the Radiant and pushing his own powers to their absolute limit, Superman devised a strategy to overload it. He managed to defeat the God Killer, proving he could outthink and outpower something designed to destroy the indestructible. Section 5. Gog. Imagine a villain so obsessed with you that he spends centuries mastering time travel just to kill you. Not once, but over and over again. That's Gog. Originally a survivor of a cataclysm in Kansas, William was saved by Superman, but was twisted by his grief. He then spent the next 200 years learning to manipulate time, not to save his family, but to punish the hero who couldn't. Gog went back in time and killed Superman. Then he did it again the day before, and again, creating a horrifying slaughter across the timeline. In the Wrath of Gog storyline, an entire army of Gogs, each pulled from a different millisecond, attacked Superman all at once. Even the Man of Steel was overwhelmed. But Superman's real victory wasn't about throwing a punch. He endured centuries of torture at Gog's hand, refusing to break his moral code, even when Gog offered him the chance to go back and save Krypton. In the end, with help from heroes across time, Superman broke the cycle and defeated the time-traveling god, not by outfighting him, but by outlasting his hatred. Section 4. Solaris, the Tyrant Sun. What's more powerful than a god? How about a god the size of a sun? Meet Solaris, the Tyrant Sun. First appearing in the epic DC 1 Million storyline, Solaris is a sentient, evil, artificial star from the 853rd century. It's a recurring villain for the entire Superman dynasty, a living computer with enough power to eat stars for breakfast and plunge whole galaxies into darkness. Solaris' most famous defeat, however, came in the pages of the legendary All-Star Superman. Hired by Lex Luthor, Solaris attacks Earth by poisoning our sun, turning it blue, and severely weakening Superman. Even in his weakened state, Superman flies out to face the living star. He brings his pet Sun Eater to the fight, but Solaris kills it with a single devastating blow. Enraged and running on fumes, Superman doesn't just fight Solaris. He outsmarts it. He crashes straight through its core, and using his super intellect, literally reprograms the Tyrant Sun from the inside out, turning this malevolent god into a benevolent force. It's a perfect showcase of Superman winning not just with his fists, but with his heart and his mind. Section 3. Imperiex Prime. Some threats are so huge, they force sworn enemies to work together. Imperiex Prime was exactly that kind of threat. This wasn't just a villain, it was a cosmic force of nature, the living embodiment of entropy itself. Its entire purpose was to collapse the current universe to trigger a new Big Bang. When Imperiex showed up at the beginning of the Our Worlds at War crossover, it wasn't a fight, it was an apocalypse. Imperiex wielded the power of the Big Bang itself, wiping out entire galaxies on its path to Earth. This was not a battle Superman could win alone. In fact, defeating Imperiex required one of the biggest team-ups in DC history, even forcing Darkseid to fight alongside Earth's heroes. But while it was a team effort, Superman was the tip of the spear. After absorbing a massive amount of solar energy, he became the only one powerful enough to take the fight directly to the enemy. In a final, desperate move, it was Superman who flew into the heart of the conflict, pushing the consciousness of Imperiex, then trapped inside Brainiac 13 through a time portal all the way back to the dawn of creation, letting the Big Bang itself erase the entity for good. He didn't just save Earth, he saved the entire universe. Section 2. Doomsday. He is the monster who did the impossible. Doomsday is a living weapon, a genetically engineered killing machine from a prehistoric Krypton, designed with an evolutionary hatred for all life. His entire existence is a brutal cycle. He dies, he comes back to life, and when he does, he's immune to whatever killed him before. This is a being that once beat a weakened Darkseid into submission, with one hand literally tied behind his back. Their first encounter is the stuff of legend, the death of Superman. It was a brutal, city-destroying brawl that became a desperate, bloody fight to the finish, ending in the mutual, fatal blow that shook the world. But that wasn't the end. Doomsday came back, and he was more powerful than ever. In the Hunter-Prey storyline, he was smarter, faster, and even deadlier. Superman knew he couldn't just beat him again, he had to end it. Using a mother box, Superman didn't try to outmuscle the monster. He outthought him, teleporting the unstoppable creature to the one place that could hold him, the Phantom Zone. It was a checkmate against a being that lives only for battle. These cosmic takedowns are some of the most epic moments in comic book history, but only one can claim the top spot on our list. Before we reveal our number one, drop a comment below and let us know which of these fights you think was Superman's most impressive victory. And hey, if you're enjoying this deep dive, make sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you don't miss what's next. Section 1. Darkseid. Was there ever any doubt? Coming in at number 1 is the god of evil himself, the Lord of Apocalypse, Darkseid. He is Superman's ultimate nemesis, a tyrannical new god whose life goal is to enslave all sentient beings by finding the anti-life equation. Now, it's true that many of their fights have been against Darkseid's less powerful avatars, not his true multiversal self. But even those avatars are strong enough to take on the entire Justice League, and Superman has beaten him decisively. In the Superman Batman series, he physically dragged a struggling Darkseid from his throne room on Apokolips all the way to the source wall at the edge of the universe and trapped him there. But their most mind-blowing battle happened in Final Crisis. Darkseid's true form was finally emerging, and his very presence was corrupting reality itself. A dying Superman didn't use heat vision or super strength. He used his voice. Realizing that all of creation vibrates at a specific frequency, Superman calculated the vibrational frequency of the multiverse and sang a perfect counternote, shattering Darkseid's divine form with the power of music and hope. It's the ultimate victory of life over anti-life, and it cements Darkseid as the most powerful god Superman has ever defeated. Conclusion. So, is Superman too powerful? After looking at the forces he has to stand against, maybe the better question is he powerful enough? From literal sun gods to the concept of universal collapse, Superman is the shield for a humanity that can't possibly imagine the cosmic horrors lurking in the void. He isn't just a hero. He's a symbol that no matter how dark things get, no matter how powerful the gods of evil seem, there will always be a man of steel to stand against them and win.